It's the final week of the Texas high school football regular season, and it's all on the line. When are people going to learn? Democracy doesn't work. We're fixing to pick them. Welcome in to Fixin' to Pick'em in partnership with the NFHS Network, your guide to Texas high school football weekend. My name is Greg Tepper of Dave Campbell's Texas Football and TexasFootball.com. Thank you so much for tuning in to the final regular season edition of Fixin' to Pick'em. Can you believe it? The regular season ends this week. The playoffs start next week. Pretty remarkable stuff, but we've got some big games all across the Lone Star State. We start in Shiner. 7:30 p.m. Friday night at Shiner's Comanche Stadium. The District 15 2A Division I title is on the line when the Shiner Comanches welcome in the Refugio Bobcats. What are the keys to this matchup? Well, key number one, Shiner on third downs. This is not a Shiner offense that's going to take the top off the defense. They're not going to hit big play after big play. They want to grind it out with their running back Dadrian Taylor and quarterback Brandon Cherney. But they have to stay on the field and convert third downs against a ferocious Refugio defense that gave up just 36 yards all told to Weimar last week. Who wins out on third downs, Shiner's offense or Refugio's defense? Key number two, Refugio's offensive diversity. So if the last time you saw Refugio was in the 2A Division I title game last year, you may not recognize the Bobcats. They've really changed their offense away from that wide open spread to a more of a balanced attack. In fact, they're lining up in the I formation running with their former quarterback, Jalen Mascoro, at running back now. Their quarterback, Jacoby Avery, has been great, but both have to be working against a very good Shiner defense. Can they get both the run and the pass going to get past the Comanches D? And key number three, familiarity and contempt. So these two coaching staffs have a lot of respect for one another, and I think that's well earned. These are two of the best coaching staffs and programs on the 2A level. But let's be real, these two teams have gone to war now 4 times in the last 25 months, including last year's regional final. They've gone 2-1, 2 wins for Refugio, 1 for Shiner, and the 3 previous meetings have been decided by a combined 20 points. These two teams play close games, and it's going to end up being a battle of degrees here. Who can find those 1 or 2 extra plays, considering these two teams know each other so well? Who am I picking? I like Refugio in this one. I do think this is the best defense that the Bobcats have seen since their loss to Geronimo Navarro, but I think their offense will have just enough oomph to get over the top. Beyond that, I think this Bobcats defense is really hitting its stride. I think they're able to keep this score low. I think maybe 21 points wins this game, but I think Refugio comes away with a win and the district title. The District 13 5A title is on the line, 7 p.m. Friday night at Frisco ISD Memorial Stadium as Frisco Independence takes on Frisco Lone Star. What are the keys to this matchup? Well, key number one, 2 stops per half. Look, I don't have any illusions that this game's going to be some 14-13 slugfest with defensive plays all over the place. These two teams have giant offenses and defenses that may leave a little bit to be desired. You're going to have Jason Shelley for Frisco Lone Star and Dom Williams for Independence just throwing haymakers at one another. The question is going to be which defense can come up with 2 stops per half. That's all it's going to take. I think this game is very high scoring. Which defense can do just enough? Key number 2. Independence on play action. So running back Dom Williams for Independence has been one of the best players in the DFW Metroplex. He's been outstanding, but they're not averaging 50 points a game just because of Williams. They've got a great passing game as well with quarterback Kyle Sadler, but they feed off of one another. They establish the run and then hit big plays in play action. Can Independence get both their running game and their passing game humming? And key number 3, the elements. So this sounds a little bit weird, but hear me out on this. So these two teams have high-powered offenses, right? We just got done talking about Independence, and Jason Shelley and Jalen Dixon for Frisco Lone Star have been ridiculous. But I think part of the reason that they're putting up such big numbers is because they've played a combined 9 games at the Star inside the Dome. So the elements are controlled there. This game's going to be outside at Frisco ISD Memorial Stadium. It's going to be a little bit cooler, not cold by any stretch of the imagination, but a little bit cooler, and there may be a little bit of wind. In a tight game like this, do the elements have anything to do with the outcome? Who am I picking? I like Lone Star because they have the ball last. Frankly, I think this game is very close. I think this game gets up into the 50s. I love the offenses here. Can anybody play any sort of defense? I think I trust the Lone Star defense just a little bit more. Give me the Rangers. Thursday night in San Antonio, the District 28 6A title will be decided between San Antonio O'Connor and San Antonio Brennan. I love the way that this district is shaping up with two really outstanding zone champions going at it. In the end, I like O'Connor because Coach David Molesky's defense has been outstanding. One of the best rivalries in the state is renewed down in the Valley as San Benito takes on rival Harlingen. Two great teams in this one. I think teams hitting their stride as they hit the playoffs. I do like San Benito to finish off an undefeated regular season. And in El Paso, the District 2 5A title will be decided between Canutillo and El Paso Eastlake. There's no playoff implications in this one. These two teams are going to different divisions, but there is a district title on the line, and that means a lot for these two teams. I think Canutillo's defense brings the Eagles another district crown. But those are far from the only big games in Week 11 of the Texas high school football season. Let's get to the lightning round. I like Wellington over Clarington, El Paso Chapin over El Paso Andrus, and Port Arthur Memorial beats Viter. I think Richland finishes off an improbable unbeaten regular season with a win over Colleyville Heritage. Give me Paris over rival North Lamar, and I think Mansfield Lake Ridge gets a playoff spot over Waxahachie. I think Phil Danaher becomes the all-time winningest coach in Texas high school football history when Cal Allen beats Flower Bluff. I like Highland Park to beat Wiley East, and Amarillo beats Dumas. I like El Campo to beat Bay City in the 113th meeting between those two rivals. Give me Lovelady to edge Groveton, and Smithson Valley stays hot with a win over New Braunfels. I like May over Gordon in our six-man game of the week. Port Neches Groves beats rival Nederland in the Bum Phillips Bowl, and Waco La Vega beats Burnett. I think Pflugerville Conley breaks Georgetown's heart. East Bernard beats Bowling, and Gunner beats Leonard. I like Mart just barely over Bosqueville. Give me Mineola to take down Winsboro, and Van beats Terrell. I'm going with Shepherd over Belleville, and maybe in a mild upset, I like Midland Greenwood over Sweetwater. I like Cisco to beat Eastland, and with the district title on the line, I like Austin Bowie to beat San Marcos. That's going to do it for Fixing to Pick 'em in partnership with the NFHS Networks. What am I wrong about? Which games did I leave out? Leave comments down below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Follow us on Twitter at DCTF. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/DaveCampbells. Follow us on Instagram, instagram.com/DaveCampbells. And of course, see us at TexasFootball.com with complete coverage of the Texas High School Football Playoffs starting next week. Thanks for watching. Enjoy Week 11 of the Texas High School Football season. We'll see you.